what's going to be the rule? Like, what are they going to do? They're going to make it like football, where you have to stay in there 3 years, or are they going to have it 1 year? Like, what's going to be the concrete rule? It's just going to be you can go straight from high school.
I believe so.
I don't believe that helps the high school player. I know it doesn't help college basketball. So, for me, I like them to have the option. I like one and done at least, because I believe more kids, they give up on their education because they think that they're a pro. And I think in the NFL, it's a little bit better because of a maturity standpoint, and you can't put a 19-year-old on the field with professional football players. Basketball, as a 16-year-old, you can play next to LeBron James. Now, there's going to be a physical difference, but you can see the talent in the comparison. I like one and done at least. I don't believe high school players are ready to come from high school to play, and I believe that they're sacrificing, a lot of them, say 90% of them are sacrificing an education that is free for what? For a dream that they can eventually pursue that dream. It's hard to go back and get a scholarship, you know, afterwards, after you've already tried to enter the NBA and then go back and get your education.
I don't want to speak for you, but tell me, if I'm talking to you enough about this, you would prefer some hybrid of what they have with baseball. Basically where you can come straight out of high school, but if you go to college, you have to stay at least 2 years. With baseball, it's 3. But the 2 year, if you go to college, stay at least 2. That's what you would prefer,
Well, this is the
correct?
thing, because the one and done, it's hurt college basketball, but it's hurt a lot of kids. Because kids think that they can go from high school 1 year and then go into the pros. They're not good enough. Like, we see the Kobe's. We've seen the big kid in Kevin Garnett. Like, all these things, but man, these things are rare. LeBron is rare. And I just believe that the kids are too concerned about going to the NBA compared to about the number one worry should be trying to get some education. And 1 year in college is better than none. And also their development as human beings and as a skilled athlete.
So, Nick, explain why this is even on the table then. Why would they even want to get rid of it?
Because it's right now, it's almost the worst of both worlds. You've got guys 1 foot in college, 1 foot out. You've got, obviously, some players. There are some players who are ready, who are going to college only because they're forced. And what the NBA is discussing, and I give Adam Silver an enormous amount of credit for being proactive about this, along with Michelle Roberts, head of the NBA Players Association, pardon me, in talking to the elite of the elite and talking to them about their nutrition, about their training, and potentially opening up the G League as a more lucrative option where they could make upwards of $100,000 for players who, by the way, families really need it, but they're not yet ready for the NBA. And so the fact that they are having these types of discussions, because right now, I know our pal Doug Gottlieb said last week, oh, they can go to the G League, make $26,000 a year. Like, that is not sustainable, especially when, if you have a family in poverty, if you have a mom who's helped you along the way, a brother or a sister. So trying to be able to point out the DeAndre Aytons, the guys like that are going to be no doubt NBA players, and saying, hey, what makes more sense to you? To go to Arizona for a year, or to get involved with a team, get involved with the NBA, even if that first year you're playing in the G League, making some money? I don't have the exact solution to one and done versus two and done.
I prefer for kids going to college. I prefer that because I know what they're missing. Most of these guys are not long-term NBA players, and I believe that we're ruining kids' career more so than we're enhancing other people's opportunity. And I don't care if they pay you $200 in the G League. When you're poor and you're broke in your family, $200,000 does not change your life. So let's not say, oh, they can go to the G League. They can get money to help out their family. That is not game-changing money. Get your education and also develop your game, which you might have the opportunity to warrant an NBA contract.
The whole skipping out on the education thing stresses me out. You know, from my perspective, sitting over here, already having the job. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.